Clowns and circuses have often existed on the fringes of society. Hi, I'm Beni Malone. I'm a clown and circus performer. Let me take you on a circus family odyssey that begins here on the island of Newfoundland, off the coast of Canada, on the eastern edge of the Western world. Here I am, performing with my troupe, the Wonderbolt Circus Show. Like most circuses, we'll go just about anywhere to perform. But we really love to travel to the small, isolated outports along the coast of Newfoundland and Labrador. Most of these out-of-the-way little towns don't usually get traveling shows, let alone a circus performance. My daughter Anna Harrio often performs with me. Perhaps my biggest unexpected thrill was to see her pursue a career in the circus arts. Anna Harrio just graduated as an aerialist from the National Circus School in Montreal. She now performs with a European circus based in Switzerland. A little bit later, we're going to hear more of her story and see more of her performing. But first, I have to tell you how we became Newfoundland's first family of circus. My life's voyage has taken me from the class clown in high school to a graduate of Ringling Bros' Barnum Bailey Clown College. With my life partner Marion and my daughter Anna Harrio, I've explored and lived the fine art of circus for over 25 years. This is the story of how a circus family tradition was created in a seemingly unlikely place. Oh, folks. Welcome to my world. This used to be the children's section of the old London, New York and Paris department store in downtown St. John's. Now, it's Toyland for the Wonderbolt Circus.
Hey, Benny. What do you think of the mask?
Oh, well, what about the flame?
Hey! Check out the new bass drum. You're gonna love it.
Sounds subsonic. Hey, it's recycled too.
Bonus.
Oh, you gotta like that. I've been working with Andy Jones lately on School for Clowns.
Benny, I'm trying to distill every teacher that I ever had into this one character.
Ooh, should be pretty volcanic.
Chapter 61. Help! My airplane is on fire. Sit down, Pimple. That's the title of the chapter. Help! My airplane is on fire. You clown! In the good sense, of course. All right.
It's ironic that this studio used to be a downtown department store before shopping malls took over North America. I remember shopping here with my mother for a new school outfit. Mom picked out sensible clothes and passed them to me in the dressing room. The walls were covered with images of colorful clowns in outrageous costumes. I must have been in there for a long time daydreaming when my fantasy was interrupted.
You must be dressed by now. Benny, come out here and let me see your new outfit. What did you bump into to get that red nose? You're not hurt, are you? What on earth are you doing wearing that clown outfit? You don't want to be an absolute laughingstock, do you?
Little did his mother realize that one day he would ride between these pink and blue pillars and put together circus shows in this very space.
My mother wasn't the only one skeptical of my future career. All my life, I've been asked questions.
Now, tell me, Benny, is clowning simply entertainment, or does it tap into deeper roots? Do you think that your inner child has overpowered your outer adult? Oh, yes, you can make us laugh. But can you make us cry? That's all very well, Benny. But what do you really do for a living?
That's all very well, Ben, but what do you really do for a living? That's all very well, Ben, but what do you really do for a living?
Now, tell me, Benny, when did you first notice symptoms of this clown affliction?
Well, I first left home in the mid-70s to study theatre in Toronto. My career coincided with a theatrical renaissance and a revival of circus-style performances around the world. In Newfoundland, a new generation was mining the deep vein of black comedy that ran through the heart of the island. I was inspired by my brother Greg's comedy troupe, Cadco, who took the standard Newfie joke and stood it on its ear. The Mummers troupe got its name and irreverent style from the clown-like mummering tradition that survived in Newfoundland. The rowdy mummers show up unannounced as disguised characters with backward voices poking fun at their chastened and thrilled victims. A pivotal moment in my becoming a clown occurred when I did a workshop for the Mummers troupe. The workshop was led by Toronto clown Ian Wallace, well known for his clown character Neon. Wallace took clowning in new theatrical directions. I ingested all these traditions and was ready to emerge as a clown. But it was ultimately my baby daughter Anna Harrio's need to be entertained that made me a circus performer. Once I learned to juggle, we set off on our circus journey together. Clowning was taking over my performing life, and I felt like I was just scratching the surface. The more I delved into the history of circuses and clowning, the more fascinated I became. Throughout history, the art of clowning has allowed humanity to laugh at itself and learn some truths along the way. In the ancient tarot deck, the Fool was the creative element, representing pure human spirit. That irrepressible Fool survives in the modern playing deck as the Joker. So, let me take you on a trip where angels fear to tread and fools eagerly rush in. The roots of clowning run deep. They cross cultures and span continents, spreading like riotous wildflowers to circuses, parades, film, TV. Clowns have managed to crash everyone's party, astonishing us with their variety of characters and infinite jest. So, bring on the clowns. The endless manifestations of clowning enthralled me. Clowns were therapeutic, acrobatic, witty, and inventive. I studied up on the history of clowns and circuses and began to appreciate the various clown personas, from pure entertainer to social commentator. From the beginning, a major element of clowning has been poking fun at the powerful. It was up to the court jester in medieval times to keep the king on his toes while trying to hold on to his own head. Clowns show up in the Italian Commedia dell'arte troupes who crisscrossed the courts of Europe in the 16th and 17th centuries. Often led by women, these highly polished improvisational troupes astonished their audiences with quick-witted, acrobatic, masked characters. Their characters have survived as archetypical clowns who continue to hold a funhouse mirror to their culture through the art of clowning. Examples of clown buffoonery are everywhere. They are found in the antics of American Indian contraries who rode their horses backwards into battle and to whom nothing was sacred. Their fearlessness is echoed in the rodeo clowns, who truly have a method in their madness as they risk their lives to protect fallen cowboys. The clown's backward behavior taught a therapeutic lesson which clowns and buffoons have been famous for in countless cultures. Their message: don't take yourself too seriously. The bigger the ego, the greater the pomp, the more crucial the clown turn. Down at the heels and dressed in tatters, tramp clowns got their inspiration from real hobos. They remind me of these legendary street characters from my hometown, St. John's. This mural celebrates a variety of local personalities from the 19th century onwards. These off-the-wall characters resemble tramp clowns from the traveling tent shows. Downtown always had its share of local color, like Dickie Pittman, or Hole in the Cake as he was sometimes called, who some said was a dead ringer for Charlie Chaplin. I'm Fred Raymond. They call me Raymond the Hatter, and they think I'm mad as a hatter because I always wore 3 hats and 2 jackets at one time. At the drop of a hat, I could fling them all in the ear. How could you not be inspired by these quirky hobos found in cities and towns all over the world? Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin certainly were. They gave birth to iconoclastic characters who became icons themselves. Charlie Chaplin became world famous, with Chaplin clowns appearing in all major circuses of his era. Clowns were doing what they do naturally, taking over new media and being irrepressible. All the world's a stage, and these clowns, through the new medium of film, reached a whole new level of fame. Their comic antics helped spawn a new generation of character clowns who went on to populate our movie houses and TV screens. No clown mastered the media of film better than Buster Keaton. His comic timing and blend of antics and acrobatics still retain their comic energy. Keaton grew up in a traveling vaudeville family, and at the age of 4, his father had a handle sewn into his costume so he could be happily tossed around the stage. But it is in live performance where the clown shines brightest. Here's a great example of what I mean. Switzerland's Corinne Alder shows us that contemporary clowns can dazzle us with physicality while keeping a funny tramp personality.
It's not the traditional way to do circus, it's like a little bit a new one. My aunt was taking me to a circus, and then the clowns over there, they were fascinating me really a lot. What I like to do is to make people laughing. It's really great, I think. I think clown you have to be a long time, and then you learn every time you learn more, why this is funny and why this is not funny, why does it work when I do it in this way. Sometimes it's really hard, you know. I like to move and I like to do really a lot of things, but sometimes you are really tired. All the muscles are hurting and you have to go on, and it's not every time fun.
But it sure is fun, passing on skills back and forth from one generation to another. The pieces of the clown pie were falling into place, and as a family, we headed out to find our way into the circus world. Where do you go to evolve as a clown? To Clown College, of course, where all who attend are following the same drive and living the same dream. I traveled with Marion and Anna Harrio to Florida. We set up a large canvas tent in an old orange grove. That winter, we earned money picking oranges, and I auditioned and was accepted to Ringling Bros' Barnum Bailey Clown College. On days off from picking oranges, we traveled to Venice, Florida, and watched the Ringling Circus in action. With Anna Harrio in my arms, we watched Dolly Jacobs, the daughter of world-famous clown Lou Jacobs, perform as an aerialist, and we were exposed to the tradition of circus families. One of the strengths and fascinating aspects of the circus world is the web of circus families who pass on their skills and love for their art. Through hard work and creative pizzazz, they have put a new spin on the term family values and helped shape the spine on which circuses are built. We were an unusual-looking graduation class. For my final exam, I performed as my new character, Skylarker, in front of Ringling's distinguished guests. Although I was invited to perform with Ringling's traveling family, a massive ball of red tape prevented me from working in the United States. Circuses have always been about families. There are the surrogate families that troupes create together on the road. And there are the famous family circus acts, like the Fratallinis, the Wallendas, and the Gayonas. And most of all, circuses are about the families in the audience, who will always come to see them. But I never imagined then that I would create my own circus family tradition. Fueled with the energy from Clown College, I returned to home soil and focused on creating Wonderbolt, a circus-style theatre troupe with an appetite for touring to remote areas of northern Canada. Have you ever seen a clown before? None of you? At the same time as my dream of entertaining kids in rural areas was coming alive, Anna Harrio was developing her own playful circus personality. Little did I know that all her exposure to touring and live audiences growing up would mean that Anna Harrio was also bitten by the circus bug.
Growing up with a father who's a clown, I had no way of escaping this destiny that's kind of happened to me. I remember touring the South Coast with my father and my mom, and I would help out backstage a little bit. I would produce the show, and I remember one time being in a small community, and it was at the break, the intermission. When we were about to start the show again, all the women were out eating sandwiches and drinking tea, and no one was in a rush. We were just backstage, and I was wishing that they'd come back with sandwiches, and sure enough, they came back with sandwiches and homemade cookies. I don't think that happens too many other places. My grade 1 class, he came to do a show, and I came home that day crying. And my mom was like, "Anna Harry, what's wrong?" "Well, it didn't go well." And I said, "No, all the kids were laughing at my dad." And I realized after that they were just laughing because he was funny. But I was quite insulted and hurt. Going on tour with Dad, I'd take like a couple months off school and go with them on tour. I did a lot more learning that way, I think, than, well, no, I can't say a lot more learning, but I learned a lot living that way. Back to the father as a clown. Because everyone always says, "So what does your dad do as a profession, or what do your parents do?" "Oh, my dad's a clown." Yeah, but what does he really do as a job?" I said, no, he's a professional clown. And then when they meet him, they understand, or they've seen Benny the Clown.
Tie stuck down it! The tie! The tie! Take your shoe off! Take your shoe off!
My inner clown longed to get in touch with circus performers in Europe. Europe, the cradle of clowning, was blending traditional circus acts with new wave entertainment techniques, creating a universe of possibilities. So I went to Paris to continue my training at l'École Nationale de Cirque, run by Anna Fratellini. American clowning was big and bold, with fantastic action going on in 3 rings, but I was drawn to the European style of circus arts. The one-ring style of circus theatre that emerged in Europe in the 1800s was alive and well in Paris. Europe was the birthplace of famous clowns like Grach, Charlie Revel, and the Fratellini brothers, revered throughout Europe for the artistic element in their clowning. Clowns were the star of the show, not the sidekick. Clowns were at the peak of the celestial circus stratosphere. I was in my element, studying under Anna Fratellini's big top. Paris had the old and the new, including Cirque Barbarie, an all-woman's punk circus, complete with a strong woman act, a dynamite clown ring mistress, and a high-flying rope trapeze artist. Studying in Paris not only exposed me to European circus arts, it also laid the foundation of my own circus family tradition. While visiting me at the Anna Fratellini Big Top, Anna Harrio insisted on walking the lower tightrope. Thanks to her French immersion classes, Anna Harrio was the perfect translator, getting me out of more than one incomprehensible French conversation.
When he went to Paris to study with Anna Fratellini, me and my mom went and met him about halfway through his program there. And there I got exposed to tightrope and handstand classes and different things that I wanted to try out myself, but I think I was very much influenced.
After Paris, the extended circus culture from around the world seemed closer to home than ever. Drawing on these inspirations, we created our own European-style mini-family circus that built on Wonderbolt's tradition of bringing circus entertainment to kids of all ages.
Have you seen Mr. Masterminder?
Oh, I know. Have you seen It didn't take Anna Harrio long to join me on stage as Bucky, my assistant robot. Both on stage and off, she attempted to keep my mad scientist character, Mr. Masterminder, in line.
Oh no, there seems to be there's a hole in my pocket. Oh, of course. I remember. This is my latest, greatest invention to date. The portable black hole. With this hole, I can look deep into outer space. Just watch, I'll look in there. Whoa! See that? Wow, it was an asteroid. What's over here now? Whoa! Wow! Did you see that? It's a comet streaking through the firmament. I'll have another look down here. Oh, wait a minute, what's this? Whoa! It's the Big Dipper. Ooh, I better put that back. Whoa, that's better. Oh, wait a minute, I feel something else. Oh, the Milky Way. Looks more like a milkshake. We're gonna need that in outer space too, I believe. Yes, I can still see deep into space. Ah, space, the final frontier. Oh, hope I can get my foot the whole way out. Ah, good. You put your left foot in, you put your left foot out. Good thing we scientists have teeny weeny little feet. I might have been caught in that dimension forever.
It was time to launch a full-scale touring troupe that featured the Zoomers, a non-nuclear family who were recycled, retrained, nothing ventured, nothing gained, the greatest show on dirt, the Royal Wonderbolt Circus Show.
I love this place.
By now, Anna Harrio had gone on to train at Montreal's National Circus School.
We are a family act. When we act like a family. A family called Zuma. A family cast adrift on the sea of unemployment without so much as a breeze of inspiration by which to steer our hope. And yet, by the sheer might of our bones and resources of our roots, we rise like a phoenix to take our place upon the stage. Yes. Would you both be kind enough to touch this brick and tell me if it is indeed a real brick? No, no. You touch it, please. Making sure if it is indeed a real bed of nails. Number 4, put bed of nails on chest. Points down. Number 5, place bricks on top and smash with huge hammer.
On days off, we entertained our Zoomer family by challenging each other to feats of physical endurance.
Oh, the Malones are still in.
On summer breaks from the National Circus School, Anna Harrio continued to perform with Wonderbolt.
The white Malones are in. And oh! Beni is still our champion!
Who's back? Touring has always been at the core and essence of circus life, from the traveling caravans of gypsies to the mud shows of the 19th century. Every isolated community is a world unto itself, and I love how our shows get mixed into the local mythology. Some of my favorite performance moments have been in the most unlikely places, in isolated communities untouched by roads.
Are you gonna be in the circus?
Oh, I think so. What's your name?
Nathan.
Nathan, you come to the show tonight, Nathan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
The best in all those small communities. It's so appreciated when someone comes in. You feel like they're a part of what you're doing. You know, you're not just doing a show for them. They become a part of it. Often the kids would come and help us set up. There'd be people there, you know, to offer you drinks or, you know, give you a hand.
Remember the time we came in the Makovic on the coastal boat when we were going up the coast of Labrador, and we came in the community, it was about midnight. And as we made our way up, it started to trickle down that the generator in the community was gone. And as we looked out, we saw these a group of people coming up over the hill with their flashlights and very enthusiastic. And before you know it, they had them all turned on and they had them right directed on the stage, and they were spotlighting the action. The fire that night was great, juggling the fire. Yeah. It was beautiful.
The sound of fire too.
It was a great show.
Where was it where they built the amphitheater?
Ringling.
On the wharf. Ringling, just for us. But it was really windy. Well, I was just like, oh, nothing to it, right? Oh, we simply move these huge containers into form a natural amphitheater on the wharf, and then you do your show there.
Yeah,
It's like,
right, you'd be backstage, ready to go on, changing into costume, you look out, people are fishing, looking at the show kind of casually or intently, whatever. And you change costume, boot it back on stage, and there's all these people on, you know, containers and stuff looking down at you and stuff. It's true, like, half of the show was backstage. And the way it was structured, people could see backstage. So some people would be more intent on getting our backstage version of the show than the front stage.
I remember in Grandbridge there was that woman that came up to me and said that her daughter had seen me when Dad was there touring about 20 years ago.
Right.
So I had been about 3 years old, and she came and said, "Oh yeah, I have a picture of you and my daughter when the circus came here before."
Right.
Yeah.
Wonderbolt Circus, very proud to present a madcap menagerie of man-made masterpieces and flying manners. Let's go! Much too dangerous, folks. Much too dangerous. Let's go! Bring out the cage.
I was thrilled and delighted that Anna Harrio decided to audition for l'École Nationale de Cirque in Montreal. But I can't say that I was surprised when she got in.
I guess I'd always done sports, gymnastics, and springboard diving. And I think I'd always wanted to do circus. I had heard about Cirque du Soleil in Montreal, and I'd seen them on TV. But coming from Newfoundland, anyone I told, I always said it very tentatively that I wanted to go to circus school in Montreal. And even I didn't really know what I was getting into. And I decided to move to Montreal, and that's when I did the audition to get into the circus school in Montreal. And was accepted, and then my dream took off from there.
I love the way l'École Nationale de Cirque has set about training a new, vibrant generation of circus performers. On visits to Montreal to see Anna Harrio, I've been able once again to soak in a circus school atmosphere.
I started the school in fixed trapeze, but I was advised that fixed trapeze alone wasn't spectacular enough. Luckily at the school you're given the liberty to explore different things, to invent different things. And with my instructor, Elena Fomina from Russia, we developed a cerceau, which in English is an aerial hoop. And normally it's like this, but we decided to do it like this, horizontal, with 3 ropes. I've been exposed to so much more, and I've met a lot of European people and realized that there's a lot of circus in Europe. There's traditional, there's new style. The school's also all in French. By the end of the 3 years, I could say I'm completely fluent. And actually, a lot of the circus that I know, I only know it in French, the circus terms. Like cerceau, I have to think, okay, aerial hoop, like, it takes me a while sometimes to explain even how my body feels. I have more facility in French right now to explain my aches and pains than in English, so that's kind of special. Now that I've graduated, which I still can't quite believe myself, because if they think you're ready, you have to kind of leave and perform. And they told me, no, you're ready, you have to just do it in front of an audience now. I guess the 3 years at the school has just been the beginning of something that's about to start. People have been going to circus for hundreds of years, and people are going to continue, and it's such a wonderful form of entertainment. But now I'm out in the real world of circus, which involves a lot of work.
So to your future success.
Thank you.
Okay.
To yours.
It's a kind of an unusual profession. There's a lot of aches and pains and strains you got to go through.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the physical stuff you're doing.
Yeah.
Even what I'm doing, geez, even lately I've been noticing.
Yeah, how is your back?
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. A little dull ache every now and then.
Well, I have this new technique that we always do at school.
Oh yeah?
We walk on each other's back.
Oh yeah.
But it really helps if I'll stretch out the vertebrae.
No boots, barefoot I hope.
Just barefoot.
Okay, want to try?
So yeah, all you do is just lie on your stomach there.
Okay. I love hearing cracks my back. It always reassures me.
I'll just surf your back here.
Oh, actually it's not bad.
Not bad.
A little to the left. Oh.
Like that.
Oh. Okay. Oh wow. We may not have elephants, a big top, or a train, but setting up a circus routine is still a lot of work.
So, and Harry, how do you feel about the hook that's on the end of that?
No, that's fine. Oh, like that, it's good.
Yeah.
Well, maybe down a bit lower. We can do that.
Oh look, a crane!
That's fine.
What exactly is this?
Well, this here is just gonna go like that. Now we put the swivel on.
So what happens next time? Unravel this a bit? Safety is always the most important factor in any circus routine. Everything is checked and double checked.
Now this time it will work.
Okay.
Okay, you can pull it up.
Like all high-flying circus acts, the aerial silk needs a lot of height. So what better place to set up than the great outdoors?
I think that's okay.
Let it go for a second.
Yeah.
All set. The work is done. Now it's time for a little fun. Last year, I traveled to Las Vegas with Marion and Anna Harrio for Ringling's Clown College reunion. Clowns from all over North America and Japan gathered in Las Vegas to celebrate their dedication to the masters of the funny face. It was a real homecoming, going back for the Ringling reunion. I was reminded all over again what attracted me to this weird and wonderful life. The energy, the spontaneity, and the physicality. Clowning allowed me to tell my audience a joke and tickle them at the same time.
What's happening to me? Oh! Another scientific experiment! Run amok!
There was a great camaraderie in the extended circus family. A real appreciation of the topsy-turvy roller coaster world of clowning, of the necessity and power of laughter and humor.
Oh, you ready?
Getting there. Frosty Little right there. Frosty Little was one of my teachers back at Ringling. He's in his 70s now, and he still clowns around and teaches. Something I hope to be doing well into my 70s. Passing on circus skills is a passion of mine. It keeps me tapped into kids' energy and allows me to share my experience with a whole new generation. A generation that is sure to discover that laughter is truly the best medicine. At the end of a long clown day, it's great to know that thanks to Anahario, our family is part of a continuing circus tradition.
What's your favorite part of circus?
I like the clowns and the little dogs.
Would you give it all up to run away and join the circus?
I've already given it up. I haven't decided where to run, though.